my name is Fisk. I'm a fighter in the Armored Combat League.
And so what happened in night fights?
Night fight was my first time actually ever fighting in the Armored Combat League, and it went really well.
Wait, you never fought in any full contact fighting before night fight?
Never really. I have training in boxing, training in Muay Thai, but I'm an actor by profession, so I've never really done a lot of actual fights because if I break my face, my whole brand changes. So, if you're wearing a helmet, turns out you don't have to worry about that as much. So, I signed up for night fight, did that, and it went really well. I won my episode, and I have background in stage combat, that sort of thing, so I know weapon mechanics, and that's what I attribute it to.
Okay, how did you feel going up there facing against folks who have been fighting for years?
I was very nervous going against a lot of people with this level of skill and experience, just because, again, I didn't have any. So I went in, I'm a personal trainer as well, I've been certified in that, used to work as a trainer, and so I just used what I knew from personal training and from my time as a fight director and training in stage combat with different weapons to come up with a training regimen, followed it, worked my ass off, and just got ready for the fight, and then there we were.
So how does stage combat prepare you for real combat?
So the beauty of stage combat, at least where I train with Neutral Chaos, which is a stage combat group in New York City, and the beauty about them is you start by learning how to use the weapon for real, and then you learn how to make it safe after that. So the weapon mechanics you learn them right away, and from there on out, then it becomes the art of acting and whatnot. But I had the weapon mechanics from that, and I grew up fighting with my brother and everyone who would fight me, and then combine that with my personal training experience and knowledge and working up to it that way. All went well in the end.
So how did you take any big hits?
Yeah. So I did some big old blows. Dale got me with a really good one in round one. He got me with a couple good back shots. The thing about armor is, armor works. So it doesn't feel good, don't get me wrong. If someone hits you with an axe, it's not going to feel great. But if at the same time, armor does its job. So I felt it, but it felt like a hard punch. But I mean, considering it was an axe he was swinging, I was pleased with how well the armor worked.
Talk me through the moment when you took your first real blow.
So the first time I got hit, I felt it, and honestly it was relieving because I had no frame of reference. I had no idea what was going on, and so I just jumped into it, and when I got that first blow, I sort of was like, oh wait a minute, this armor's effective. I'm going to survive this. This is great. And from there on, it was just like, here we go. I'm fine.
So how did you do in the episode?
In the episode, I did real well. I won my episode. I didn't expect to. I went into that episode just, honestly, my hopes were just to not make a fool of myself, because I wanted to be able to use it to say, hey, guess what, New York City? Fight direction, if you want someone who knows what they're doing, hit me up. And so, honestly, anything beyond doing poorly was just gravy. So after that first round, when I got pushed on through the first round into the second one, from there on out, I was like, great, awesome, let's just have some fun. And I did, and we took that first win.
What were your reasons for getting into this sport in the first place?
I actually had always wanted to be in this sport. Before I came down to New York City, my mother actually sent me this article. She sent me an article about the Armored Combat League in New York City, and so I wanted to do it for a long time. I didn't have the time or the money. I'm busy as hell with plays and whatnot in the city, and so I found a casting call for a night fight actually, and I was like, I wanted to do this for a while. I may as well apply for this. Why not? And I did. And then got on the show and was like, I'm going to give it my all, and so I did, and now, surprise, I can afford to buy into the sport.
So you got onto the show before you joined the sport?
Yeah, actually, Andre bought me into the sport. He paid my first year's dues for Armored Combat League, bought me into it and everything like that, and I'm really grateful to him for that.
All right, so So in other words, doing this was a way to make yourself into a media superstar.
I suppose you could say that. I don't know. I mean, superstar. I got an extra 50 followers on Instagram. But at the same time, it's like that was never my objective. Like my objective.
Oh, come on! You're an actor.
You're right.
You don't sign up for a show if you don't want it to make you a star.
That's fair, but at the same time, it was like, I just want to be seen as a fight director, as a person who knows what they're doing, who goes out and does it for real, and then can provide that experience for the work that I choreograph.
Okay, so now what advice would you have for other people in the entertainment industry who might think that this is a way to get their big break?
Oh boy, train hard. If you think that this is the way that you're going to get your break, you got to train hard. It's not something you just walk into and just like, oh, okay, great, free publicity. No, you work your ass off and you put in the time. And if you fight your very best and work, you might get a shot at winning it. But at the same time, that's the same as everything. You just got to work.
So you won your episode. That means you're going into the championship episode. How are you preparing for that?
So the champion episode, I'm just trying to work on my gas tank because that's what got me to the first one. Everyone else was on the ground, and I felt totally fine. And that's from my personal training experience. It's from knowing how to train for fights like that. And so the next episode, I'm just going to double down on that. I'm hoping that my gas tank's going to be a bit deeper than everyone else's.
And how do you think you're going to do? What do you think's going to happen?
We're going to see what's going to happen. I mean, the people that I'm fighting are the cream of the crop. They're going to be the best fighters in the entire country. All of them are on Team America. All of them have years and years of combat experience. I mean, Bam Bam himself has, I think he's had 26 years of experience. I'm currently 25. So that would mean he's been fighting for longer than I've been alive in the Armored Combat League. So, against that, prospects seem grim. But you know what? Whether I win or lose, I'm not going to go down without giving him a hell of a fight.
Right. Just a clarification. Bam Bam's 26 years of experience include years in the Society for Creative Anachronism. The Armored Combat League has only been around since 2012.
There we are. Thank you much. Excellent. So that's straight. Nonetheless, you work as SCA itself has some good fighters. And while you don't have to deal with the weight of the armor that is in armored combat, the sword work, it's unparalleled with the people in SCA. SCA has some of the finest swordsmen in the country. So you bring that combined with the fact that Bam Bam's just an actual biological tank, you're gonna have we'll see what happens.
That's a bold statement. SCA is the finest swords people, considering there's also people who do historic European martial arts seem to be pretty proud of their work.
They are as well, and I honestly, I believe that they have their own strength, but HEMA is almost more fencing based, and SCA is used to things like Penzing, where it's a massive thousands on thousands battle. And that sort of atmosphere is different than HEMA, where it's you and one other person that's the first strike, just like fencing.
Any last words?
No, I'm just gonna...
shout-outs?
Shout-outs, oh man, just to my training to support Neutral Chaos. If you're an actor and you're seeing this, and you want to do anything that's even slightly stunt-related or classical theater-related or anything like that, you go to Neutral Chaos to get your fighting training.
Okay, thank you very much.